When studying for the AZ900 exam, I was surprised at how many different cost management services were in Azure. And I believe it's because Microsoft has found that a lot of clients have canceled their Azure resources because they ended up costing more than they thought they would. So Microsoft has created all these different ways to ensure that you're not going to get any surprise billings. So let's take a look at Azure Cost Management. First, you've got CPU time. This is going to be something that's definitely going to affect the cost. Resource location and usage meters such as CPU time, disk size, and write operations, they're all used to calculate your bill for an Azure resource. Deleting or deallocating a resource means you'll no longer be billed for it. And different regions can have different associated prices. For instance, the East Coast of the US may have higher electricity costs than, say, the Midwest, and that could definitely affect the cost that's charged to you. There's multiple different tools used to assess cost, such as the total cost of ownership calculator. This is going to help you estimate the cost savings over time of operating a solution in Azure compared to operating in an on-premises data center. So keep that in mind. This is a comparative tool. This is a tool that will compare on-premises to Azure. I mentioned that multiple times because I believe it's going to be important for you to know. Then you've got the Azure Cost Reduction Plan. This involves using tools like Azure Cost Management to monitor spending and apply the Azure Savings Plan to compute or Azure reservations for discounts on stable workloads. Let's take a look at the Azure Pricing Calculator. This is going to help estimate the cost of cloud services before deployment based on selected configurations. You're going to find the finance department is going to use this tool to plan budgets, evaluate costs of impact of architecture decisions, and avoid those billing surprises. Another tool is the Azure Cost Management. This is going to create and manage cost and usage budgets by monitoring resource demand trends, as well as consumption rates and cost patterns. It allows you to look at historical data to generate reports and forecast future usage. Next, we see resource cost options. This is going to allow you to select resource costs when you go to create an Azure resource, such as creating a virtual machine, storage, or other type of resource. So you'll be able to see the comprehensive breakdown of expenses associated with all resources within that resource group. When I went to create a virtual machine in a previous demonstration, you saw the resource cost option was there that I could have selected for this information. After that, we've got the Azure Advisor, and this analyzes the account usage and makes recommendations based on its set and configured rules. And finally, Azure Reservations. This offers a huge discount of up to 72% compared to pay-as-you-go prices. To receive the discount, you need to reserve and pay in advance for these resources up to 3 years at a time. This is an important part of your AZ900 exam. Be sure to understand the differences between what affects the Azure costs and how to plan for these costs as shown in the video. I'm in the Azure portal, and I'm going to choose Cost Management, and you can do a search for that if you don't see it. And inside Cost Management, it gives me a lot of different types of access. But what I want to do is I want to focus on cost analysis. And once I choose the cost analysis, I'm going to select daily costs. This will tell me up to today what types of costs I've incurred. And here you can see. And fortunately, it's not very much money. So far, you can see my storage has only cost $1.20, and the location in US West, my virtual network has cost 46 cents. All the different information is there to help me determine what I'm being charged as of right now. If I go back to cost analysis, I can also click on accumulated costs. And we can see a graph that shows the costs and how they are rising based on the added resources and the usage of those resources. Now I'd like to type in Advisor for Azure Advisor. And there's Advisor. I can go ahead and take a look. And Advisor has given me some information about my various different resources as well as costs. I'm going to click on See List of Cost Recommendations. And that opens up a new web page, and here's all the different advice it's giving me to make sure that I have the best type of setup for my resources so I'm not being charged any surprise bills. Make sure you've taken a look at all the different cost management features to make sure that you understand how they work and what they do.